Starting off today with some hopping on the inverted hopping. It looked pretty good. Felt pretty nice to do. Still trying to just kind of focus on recovery, so not really doing anything too intense. Except my arms. I did work out my arms pretty intensely today. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm sore tomorrow. But here's an example of how, you want to set up, if you have a goal you want to achieve, you want there to be as little friction between you and making progress towards it as possible. So I put some exercise equipment in the middle of my home. It just makes it kind of easy to use. I also do a lot of squatting throughout my just general life. And that's very good to keep the legs mobile and get them in use a lot. So with some beautiful weather, nice fall leaves, I did some hanging, tried to do some pull-ups on the outside. I did hanging. Hanging is like a stretch for the shoulders, very good for keeping the shoulders resilient, aligning the spine. And the pull-ups are very good for helping out your back. So after that, I did a little bit of arm work, straight arm work. This is really good for the bicep tendon, bicep muscle, brachialis. Makes your arms overall look pretty big. I did some hanging, one-armed hanging. This is kind of stretching out my shoulder, along with building up some very powerful grip. So get some hanging done. You don't have to do it one arm, but hang from both arms. You don't even have to lift your feet off the ground, but get your hands up and hang. Kind of mimic the hold that you would do at the bottom of a pull-up. Stretches out your back, your spine, lines your shoulders, and engages some muscles that don't get worked unless you're hanging. So after that, I do some calf raises just to help add some stimulus to the legs without adding really any fatigue. And if you made it this far in the video, please like it. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. And when I do this, I'm doing this for hypertrophy, for muscle growth in the legs. So it's really important to control it on the way down and to get a nice stretch. And I don't really focus on getting the peak contraction because I can get the peak contraction other ways. But this is kind of the only way that I can seem to get a nice stretch under load. You can get good peak contraction from jumping rope or just doing some sort of footwork or just running around on the balls of your feet or your toes. And the pad underneath also helps get a nice work throughout the calves. A few more pull-ups with a different grip. Trying to go wide. And then some more straight arm work, but getting it on the other side. Not really focusing on straightening out the legs, but just trying to overload the arms as much as possible. And then I do some air chair work. It's been a little bit since I've done some air chair work, so this was nice to do some. I got some new barefoot slippers here that I'll do a review of once I get a nice feel of how they actually work and how they feel. So be on the lookout for some indoor barefoot shoes. And thanks for watching. See you next time.